Hi, I'm Lois Beres at KZGN-TV, and this is Ridgecrest Talk. And today I'm talking with Alice Campbell, who is the president of the China Lake Museum Foundation. Got it all in right,
That's
didn't
right.
I? Oh, thank you for coming. They have an event that's coming up right away, and we want to bring you up to date on that. And what is that? Tell us a little bit about what your next event is.
It's the 15th annual dinner auction.
Has it already been 15 years?
15 years.
Oh my gosh.
In fact, I started this 15 years ago. It was supposed to be just a big party, and then we thought, well, we'll throw in a silent auction, and it's grown from there. And it's really our major fundraising event for the year.
It's so fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of action, a lot of things going on, plus a lot of the good food, and we always have a bar there as well. And if people buy sponsored tables, then they get free wine, so that's always a nice thing.
So if you want a sponsored table,
yeah,
and you do that like
quickly.
Yesterday, but as quick as you can. A table is for 8 people?
Yes.
Okay, and there's...
It's corporate tables, usually $1,500. That way they can display their flag. Not flag, but their poster up on the wall and get some good recognition that way. And then families, legacy donors and families, and small businesses, $1,000 for a table.
Oh, that's good.
A lot of times they bring their people who support them in the office and whatnot, and they have a grand time. So
well, that'd be fun. Yeah, that's what I did the first time I went. Was with a group.
Oh, great!
And it was so much fun. And then they have this fantastic food. Who prepares the food? Do you guys do it?
No, we don't do it.
It's catered.
It's catered by Clarion, the folks that do the Clarion Inn catering.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who did that for you.
Yeah.
But
this year we kind of rotate around a little bit.
Look at that. There's the food.
The
tables anyway. You could get one of those tables.
That's right.
And where is it? Where is your auction?
It's at Kerr-McGee Center. It's the entire building. This is an example right here, a picture of the auction items
They're
laid out.
lined up so you can go past them before the auction starts, or is this all silent?
This is the silent portion.
Okay.
It starts at the very beginning. You can start bidding on the silent auction items, and then during dinner, the live auction starts.
Okay.
And then that's a lot of activity and lots of fun. Some of our nicer, pricier items are during the live auction.
And we're going to show you some of those in a minute. But in the meantime, you can go around and look at all of these that they have set up for silent auction. And if you find something you really want, you need to keep an eye on it, because somebody might outbid you, and then you wouldn't get it. So
that's right. It's always fun watching the real popular items. They have a flock of people around.
You've got somebody here who just signed up, and then this one comes in because I want that one.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's fun.
And you make some money.
Oh yeah, the key is
the main thing
is to raise money for a really wonderful cause. It's quite a challenge for us to be taking this on. It's a national resource we have here, and our little town is doing most of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we get some donations from out of town, but most of it is local, and our businesses support. It's really wonderful what we're trying to do. It's a challenge, but we're working it. And slowly but surely we'll get there. Some people think it's too slow, but for 15 years we've kept the doors open on the base, and a lot of people have been through there.
Oh yeah.
And just about every comment we get from people is they're absolutely amazed at what China Lake has done since World War II, and the contributions that have been made by our scientists and engineers.
And they've got to have the money to keep it open, so this is one of the reasons. You want to show them some of the other items that you're going to have auction? Sure.
This is a table by Mary Giles. She's basically the chief financial officer on the base, and so it's kind of fun to get something. It's amazing what the diverse talent that we have from our executive.
They're working on base doing their own job, and then they do this
on the
in
side.
their free time.
That's right.
That is
and Scott O'Neill always does. He's the executive director on the base, and he always does a beautiful bowl. Which he even has to, do mathematical equations in order to.
So it's an engineering feat as well as an art.
That's right. And we never show his bowl. He wants it to be a surprise at the auction.
Oh, how neat! I love it.
So, but it usually goes for a nice amount. If we have one key bidder who is collecting his bowls. And whether or not he bids, we don't know. We never know. But you find out as the numbers go up and up that okay, he's the guy bidding this year.
Oh my gosh!
But it has gone for we've sold him before for a reasonable amount, reasonable amount.
How would you know if it was him? Is he not there?
He's not there.
He gets somebody to come.
He's from back east, and he has a surrogate bidder. So
I get it. Okay.
And we're learning this whole process of how to have surrogate bidders, especially now that the web opens up that opportunity. We can have people call in. In fact, that's on our Facebook page, China Lake Museum Foundation Facebook page. is where you can kind of keep up with our auction items. We've posted a
.com?
number of these. Facebook page is different.
Oh, Facebook, China Lake
China Lake Museum Foundation.
on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And you have a web page.
We
too,
do
don't
have a
you?
web page,
Yeah. Okay.
at ChinaLakeMuseum.org.
Okay, .org. If you
One
want to look
word,
it up that way.
ChinaLakeMuseum.org.
And then .org. Yeah.
And that
Okay.
has all the information that you could imagine. There's lots of information there.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've seen that page. That's great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one of the other items if we've got.
These are key. This is one of the raffle items. The reason we're raffling these off is because they're quite valuable, and when we put them in the auction per se, sometimes we don't get the value out that we should. So we have chances on these, or raffles. This one is a bowl made by Betty Spindler. This is the nicest one she's ever donated. It's big. It's you can see it at the Marriott Hotel. It's in their lobby, and they're selling tickets for us. In this case, we're trying this out. $100 donation gets you 1 chance in 15 to get this bowl.
Oh, you're going to sell 15 tickets.
Only 15 tickets.
Ah.
About half
That's
of
a
them are
good deal if you
gone
really
at this
want
point.
this.
So if you really want this beautiful bowl, and you want to just make a donation and not come to the auction even, this is the way to do it. Go to the Marriott Hotel and take a look at this bowl and buy a ticket. That's the best way to do that.
Do you have to be there to win it?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So you could buy your ticket at Marriott, and then if you're going to be out of town or something, you'd
We'll
call
pull
them
your
later.
ticket and you'll find out if you're the winner later.
All
Yeah.
right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
So
this
that's
lady
one.
has fantastic history.
Yes, she does. Betty Spindler has a very large hot dog, about so big.
A hot dog.
A hot dog
Okay.
on display at the Smithsonian American Art Museum in Washington, D.C.
How about that? An artist from Ridgecrest
That's
at
right.
the Smithsonian.
That's right, and she
fantastic.
sells her art usually on the coast and fairly pricey venues. She does sell some art out of her studio here in Ridgecrest, but usually it doesn't. People prefer to pay less for these kinds of things.
Yeah, that's true.
Here
At
in
least in
Ridgecrest.
Ridgecrest. Yeah, we've got a little different clientele here, but
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. I've seen it for real, and it's real pretty. And they're
And then this bracelet, this picture
we only
doesn't
got
do
a
it
few
justice.
minutes. Maybe
but-
have to go back to this when we get back, because we're just talking about the bowl, and I'm about 30 seconds away from a break.
Oh, okay.
So I want to get
Okay.
this one in. These are all ceramic, and they come out? I can't remember.
No, these are
That's
all
one
fixed.
piece.
These are regular sized peppers. They're
They
big.
are. Okay.
And
we're going to talk about this in
yeah.
just a minute,
Yeah.
and we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Stay with us. Well, thanks for staying with us. We have some other really exciting things that they're going to have at their auction. You're here with Lois and with Alice from China Lake Museum Foundation, and they're having their auction on the 30th of May. And one of the really exciting items that they have is this bracelet that's coming up. Tell us a little bit about that, Alice.
This Jewelry to Go they've been a donor, a wonderful donor for all 15 years of our auction, and this is the biggest one they've ever donated, and they've made this specially for us. It's called a Freedom Bracelet. It's in red, white, and blue. Red meaning rubies, white meaning diamonds, and blue meaning sapphires.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous bracelet. And so, but we know that live auction, it probably wouldn't go for enough. It wouldn't do it justice. So we're selling tickets, chances, 200
Okay.
chances, $50 a chance.
Okay.
And you can get those at Jewelry to Go. And with that, Mary is donating a scratcher. And so when you get a scratcher, you get either $50, at a minimum, $50 off of anything in her store.
Is that what, it's her own scratcher?
It's her own scratcher.
Oh.
Up to a possibility of winning up to $1,000 worth of jewelry. So
Wow.
So just by buying a ticket, this is to
You're
get
gonna
people
have
to get in there and
something.
get some and buy
Well,
some
sure,
tickets.
that works then for both sides.
It's good for
you
both
guys
sides.
get
That's right.
good, and then she gets good.
And we do need to sell our tickets and get a lot of folks there and get a lot of people bidding at these auctions. So and to raise the money. So this is
Exactly.
kind of hopefully an incentive to get you all out there to buy these tickets. And
And once you see some of these items, you're going to want to go to the auction.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
So, there is another item that you have that is a sculptor or something. Sculpture.
yes, this was sculpted by Kevin McCarthy's uncle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he lives in Bakersfield, and Kevin McCarthy always donates a corporate table every year. and his uncle and wife and 2 friends always come and
All right.
to our auction every year. This time he's actually built us this special yard art called Sidewinder Sam. And so this is a peacock, as you can tell. It kind of merges in with our yard, but
A little bit, yeah.
yeah. But I have a video, but that shows him bobbing back and forth.
Oh, he
but
moves
underneath his
like
belly, if you look real close, underneath his belly, you can see sidewinders. He's got a couple of sidewinders ready to be launched.
Oh, how neat. Well, that's so.
So that was his way
China
of
Lake.
That
Yeah.
was his way of making it a uniquely China Lake
Perfect.
yard art. So
And then that will be a silent or
that would be a live auction
regular
item.
live auction item.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
And some of these are just gorgeous. Wouldn't that be fun to have in your yard?
Yeah.
Have something like
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That's
Skip
awesome.
Gorman also is donating a very large set of birdhouses too. I didn't.
Oh, really?
I don't have a picture of that one.
I was wondering
yet.
when I
And that'll go
saw
up
the
on
first
on the foundation Facebook page.
Okay, so if you want to see Skip's.
Yeah. Oh, there was another auction item.
There we go.
This is another live auction item. This is a very large oil painting of 5 fingers that Beth Allen in Inyo Dreams. She has Inyo Dreams as her store in Inyo Kern, but she's mostly using that now as her gallery and
Okay.
for art, and she does some beautiful oils. So you can see some of the others she's done there, but this is the one she's donating. Very nice piece of art.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it's just since we live up in Inyo Kern, we're neighbors. This
So
is
you
our
visit
view,
a lot.
and
That's
so
great.
you
That's
can be
almost like
guaranteed
looking
we're
out
bidding
your
on that one.
backyard there.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I have one of hers that I don't know what it was, but my husband brought it home from an auction he went to, and
Yeah.
it's got some donkeys and stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
She
it's
loves-
really great.
Yeah, she loves.
So
the
we have
natural.
some fantastic items that are up for bid, and then you're going to feed them. So the people are going to get fed. There's going to be a
yeah.
dinner.
Oh yeah, you start
So-
out with we start out at 5 o'clock with drinks, and we go into dinner, and the silent auction starts right away. A really nice dinner, and then the live auction. And during all that, we have bucket raffles and other kinds of buying tickets, 50-50 kind of thing.
Oh,
you know?
okay. What's a bucket raffle?
Bucket raffle is if you there's a bucket that goes with each item, and if you like that
Oh.
item, you buy tickets, and
And put your little tickets
so
in
you
it.
have a chance for winning
Okay.
those
I
things.
just
The
didn't know what
silent,
the- I
yeah,
thought
the
it was something
silent
unique.
is you actually have to bid up and up and up, whereas a bucket raffle you're buying
Just
chances.
put your chance on it, and
In a
then if
bucket,
your
yeah.
ticket gets drawn, then
then
you get the item. Oh, how neat. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes it so much fun.
Yeah, so people
So-
go and buy a bunch of tickets, and they just play and have a lot of fun with
It
the
is.
whole
It's a
thing.
very fun evening,
Yeah.
and the main reason we're doing this is to keep the place open.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't come free, even though it's on base. There still are expenses.
Yes.
And so this keeps it open, as well as you guys are now looking outwardly, trying to get it off base, right?
That's right. The gift shop is what brings in the only money that we get other than this auction. And memberships, actually. Memberships are very important. They're $35 a membership, or up to $1,000, or actually it's now $5,000 for life membership.
Ah.
But what that does is it keeps our staff going, and we can keep the gift shop open. And it helps us with exhibits, and we do also programs. We have a number of programs going on for kids, and we have usually. This is an example, for example, of a very large tour bus, but it takes a lot of planning to get a tour bus onto the base, and so we'll have lots of these tour buses when we get into Ridgecrest, and that's
You
what I'm
will.
getting excited
Yeah.
about. This is a class room full of kids, and this is a rare case. This was one where one of our local Christian schools came, Seventh-day Adventist school came. But in another case, we didn't get the adults passes done.
I remember
we had
you
to send
told
it.
me
Yeah,
that.
send them
And they
down
got
to San
stuck at the
Diego,
base
and they
or
didn't get to come
something.
on base. So, but this will get a lot more classrooms, I think,
Oh,
coming through. I
wonderful.
just am so looking forward to having better access. Everybody is.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a lot of work to make it all happen. This is an example of a family event that we have. All these people have easy access to passes. That's for the most reason why they're here. They're military, or they're people that work on the base.
Okay.
So we have a lot of events. This one here is he's demonstrating the rocket science class.
Oh, okay.
And
Do you have that at the museum also?
Yes, that's in the summertime. It's for kids that are on base.
We're going to come back and talk about that in just a minute, because
Okay,
we're just
okay.
about to run out of time again.
Okay,
There's
all right.
so much to talk about with
Yeah,
this museum
there is.
that we just get carried away into it.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more about the auction and more about the classes that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's welcome. They just have to get there with this, right?
Uh,
now. But when you get to be out in town, it'll be more available to everybody.
Yes.
So we'll be back in about 2 minutes, and we'll continue talking about the China Lake Museum Foundation. We are back. You're back with Lois and Alice, and we're talking about the China Lake Museum Foundation and what a wonderful resource this is for Ridgecrest. However, because they are on base, it's not immediately available to everyone in town. So your plan is to take it off base, right?
Right. We're going to be moving a number of these these exhibits that you see here that are in the current museum. This particular one's called the Rocket Wall. What this represents is the early days of China Lake and their involvement in putting rockets on aircraft. And also there are a number of Manhattan Project displays that don't have much of a story, and we're to the point now where we can actually tell a Manhattan Project story.
Oh, good.
And that's huge. It's
Yeah.
amazing how important that is. These are examples of the displays that are in the systems, the actual weapon systems, the sizing and everything. You can get it, and you can touch and feel. We're not really worried at all about that. One thing kids love about our museum is they can touch and feel about everything.
That's neat. Don't no touch. Yes, you can touch it.
Yeah, we want them to get a real a good understanding of what these things are all about.
And one of the things you talked about when I was speaking with you before was that sometimes you'll even be able to speak with the people that may have engineered these or started them in the beginning.
That's true. Our docents, some of our docents actually have built these systems, worked with the people who built these systems. So you'll get the story right out of what it was like.
Right from the horse's mouth.
Right from the horse's mouth.
Right.
Yeah,
that's so neat.
We still have a few of those folks. In fact, they're building brand new things today. That's what's so exciting about China Lake. China Lake has gone from primarily weapons to a number of other kinds of things as well, but very creative. We've got a lot of wonderful, creative young people too. And so the other thing about this museum is the fact that we want to teach kids rocket science and give them an opportunity to learn more science and math.
For sure.
And
make them want to do it.
Yeah, and I think just the membership. I know if I were having kids today, I would want to be a part of this museum, because my kids, when they were here, the museum was very small, and they now they take their kids to museums all the time. They have to live in cities for that. Well, they're even supporting us with this because they want this for Ridgecrest.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
And so you are trying to get it now outside the base.
Right.
And we talked a while back about the possibility of you purchasing a building, but now that's kind of changed.
It
What
hasn't
is your
changed.
plan?
We're still planning to purchase a building.
Oh, you are? Okay.
But it goes back to our original plan. We wanted to buy this building right here, this one adjacent to the Marriott. This is a two-story office building. And it raised a lot of interest, but it didn't raise enough interest.
To get all the money.
To get all the money. We are very unique in that most organizations like ours have a benefactor, a founder at the very top that donates probably about half of the money you need, and then you do the rest of your campaign and fundraising from that point. We've never had a person like that.
You never had the big guy.
Never had the big guy. And so we're kind of doing it from the bottom up. So people hear about this and they think, well, why isn't it happening already? Well, we're letting y'all know that you
need to help.
You need to help, and if each one of us who can afford it, pays $5,000, it seems like a lot of money, but for lifetime membership, if I were raising kids on the base, I'd do this in a heartbeat, because they'll get free admission, for the rest of as long as they're living at home, and the parents will always have free admission to this museum.
Perfect.
We will have to charge admission when we move out in town. Right now it's free. It has to be free because it's a Navy museum. There's a slight difference. We will no longer be an official Navy museum. We will become a local museum, and not a whole lot different than a number of other what you think of as Navy museums. Even the aircraft carrier down in the Midway, down in San Diego, is functioning the same way as us. They're loaning the artifacts are being loaned, and then they're running it out of a foundation. So it's very similar.
So then you can charge an entrance fee?
Yes.
Or something
yes.
like that.
And we'll
make a
work
little
something
extra
out with
money?
the other museums in town, the Matarango and the USO building. We'll work something together with them. That's my plan. I hope that, I'm sure that'll be a positive for all of us.
We have so many people that work together so well
Yeah.
in this town that I
Yeah.
think it'll probably
it'll
work.
that'll be a great
So
idea.
do you have a date? What is the plan? Where is it now as far as when you think you might be able to move?
It's still in escrow right now,
Okay.
and
you guys
so
didn't
we
buy it.
still we
The
didn't
hospital
buy it.
bought
The
it.
hospital bought it. That's
Okay.
right, and that was by design. We were both looking at it at the same time, and the hospital basically, Jim Suver said, "I'm going to back off and let you all do what you need to do," and we said, "Well, it's looking, we're raising money, but it's going to be too slow. So maybe you need to just do what you need to do." So he had the cash, and he was able to make them an offer they couldn't refuse. And it was a good offer. And so we couldn't do that. And so I think it's best for the whole city that this happened this way, and for the hospital. I think he got a good price. We hope it'll help us be able to afford to lease the downstairs. So it's a collaborative arrangement with both our organizations to do this. We do have to do a full costing out of all that, and we need approval from both boards and all
Oh, that's
that.
true. So it's not going to happen
It's certainly
tomorrow.
not a done deal,
No.
and escrow has to close. I mean, anything
Yeah.
could happen with
for sure.
with escrow. Anything could happen, but our planning is involves both.
So hopefully you'll move to that building that we saw that's over there by the Marriott.
That's
And
right.
will you have outdoors exhibits also?
Yes, yes, we're planning on that with the lot that's just across from the hospital and right on the highway
Right on
there.
China Lake.
That's part
Oh,
of
okay.
what the hospital purchased. And he wants an airplane out there. And
Oh,
so,
I'd love to have that too. That'd be great.
So we're
Perfect for
we're
the
working
town.
on that. Yeah, and we're getting our paperwork going right now with the base to make all this happen.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we're almost down to a minute, just a little more then.
Okay.
What do you want to tell people, remind them of the event, of what's going on? Let me
Okay,
know.
well, this Friday, the 22nd, is the last day to buy tickets for the dinner auction, so that we have
Okay.
enough food for everybody. I know that everybody likes to wait till the last minute in Ridgecrest.
That's a
but-
Ridgecrest
But if you want
trait.
really good food and a good party, you have to plan ahead a little bit. So we
little
need
bit.
you to buy tickets. And
They're
by Friday,
$35 a person.
$35 a person, or 2 for $70 for a couple.
Okay.
And then tables, you could be a sponsor if you get your name in quick for $250 to help sponsor this auction, or up to $1,500 for a table.
You can get
for 8
yourself
with
in there.
wine and all of
Yeah.
that, and royal treatment.
All right.
Yeah, this is our group with McCarthy's. That's Kevin McCarthy's uncle, and Debbie, his wife, and their friends.
All right.
The
Well, we're
Cliftons.
down to just a few seconds. We're
Okay.
going to be out of here. Thank you for bringing all this information forward.
sure.
Guys, go get your tickets. And we're going to be here next week. See you then.